a cosmic relic older than the Earth itself, to a land once ruled by deadly dinosaurs, to it being an expanding desert land. And it's just the beginning of endless mysteries of the Sahara Desert. Fact Chronicles presents to you Top 10 Mysteries of Sahara Desert. In 2020, researchers in the Sahara unearthed a meteorite that may be the rarest to ever land on Earth. This cosmic rock is significantly older than our solar system. Despite not expecting to find a meteorite, researchers were surprised to discover one. After returning it to the lab, they discovered that it has been around for millions of years, not just a few thousand. The cosmic relic is about 4.56 billion years old. Our planet is only 4.54 billion years old, which may explain why this number appears unusual. This makes it older than Earth. This is the most ancient space rock ever discovered. Scientists dubbed the rock Chech 002, or EC002. The Lunar and Planetary Institute describes the material found in Algeria as coarse-grained, beige, yellow, green, and coated with crystals. The meteorite's texture suggests that it was created from magma. Meteorites formed of basalt typically do not exhibit this characteristic. You may be asking how an even older rock might have landed on Earth. Scientists believe the meteorite originated from a protoplanet, a huge rock that has not yet formed into a planet. It presumably formed when the solar system was just 2 million years old. The protoplanet was likely destroyed by a larger rock, such as Saturn or Jupiter, and the resulting meteorite eventually landed in the Sahara. The Green Past. Sabu Jadi is an archaeological site in the Nubian Desert, part of the broader Sahara Desert, situated between the Red Sea and the Nile. The excavation site spans a broad area with a human history dating back 10,000 years. Archaeologists have discovered over 1,500 rock paintings in the region, but their origins and daily lives remain unknown. Scientists acknowledge that the desert was not always uninhabitable. Ancient cave paintings depict crocodiles, rudimentary boats, hippopotamuses, and a terrain that differs from modern-day Sahara. Previously, the Sahara and much of northern Africa were lush with greenery. Dr. Bruce Williams has been working in Sudan's desert for over 50 years. He recalls a time when the area was populated by cattle herders and the seasonal monsoons provided enough rainfall, resulting in green and rich plains instead of dust and death. Although the Sahara is almost 3 million years old, it was formerly habitable due to seasonal monsoons. The Nile was a powerful river. Indigenous people had abundance of food, and the landscape resembled modern-day savannas in Kenya and Tanzania. The Sahara was home to herds of gazelles, elephants, and even giraffes. So what happened? It's actually quite straightforward. The climate altered. The monsoons have ceased coming. The water stopped falling. Plants died. Animals left. And humans departed. Ancient stone tools. Archaeologists uncovered stone tools used by Homo erectus in the Sahara Desert. Archaeologists discovered the tools within a gold mine. Ancient people would have lived inside the mine long before contemporary humans began harvesting gold. They would have lived here about 700,000 years ago. The mine is located in the eastern Sahara Desert, distant from inhabited areas. Homo erectus, meaning upright man, is thought to have evolved around 2 million years ago and was the first species to have modern human body proportions. They were the first humans to have a flat face, pointed nose, and little hair on their bodies. These ancient people lived in the Sahara Desert, which was formerly a verdant paradise as indicated in the previous listing. The evidence of their lives is still hidden under shifting sands, with most old cave settlements destroyed to dust due to climate change. Archaeologists found a cleaver and other tools made of rock, suggesting that the mine was a primitive manufacturing location where early people created items for the region. Deadly dinosaurs. Dinosaurs roamed the Sahara long before Homo erectus did. A team of multinational experts found that the Sahara was the most deadly area on Earth, 100 million years ago. During this time, dangerous predators roamed freely and killed without regard for individuals. Predators included flying reptiles, crocodiles with legs, saber-toothed cats with serrated fangs exceeding 24 feet, 7.3 meters, and massive raptors that hunted in packs and ripped dinosaurs limb from limb. How did scientists discover that the Sahara was a deadly place? The Chem group, fossils from the Cretaceous epoch discovered in Morocco, are responsible for this. Fossils show that 3 of the largest predatory dinosaurs of the Cretaceous period resided in this location, making the Sahara wasteland a constant battleground. Dr. Nizar Ibrahim of the University of Detroit Mercy believes that a human time traveler would not be able to survive in this area due to its high level of danger. But wait, you might recognize some of the monsters that resided here. The streams were teeming with coelacanths and lungfish, but the coelacanths were significantly larger than those discovered recently. There would have been sharks with sharp jaws and terrible nightmare monsters. Have you ever considered how the planet was 100 million years ago? Monks once lived in the Sahara Desert, and their secrets are finally exposed. A Christian site from the 5th century AD was recently discovered being eroded by desert sand. A French and Norwegian archaeological team discovered the artifact in Egypt and are now studying the enigmatic lives of monks living in remote areas. Researchers discovered 19 buildings, a church, biblical passages, and religious inscriptions. Christianity established itself in the Sahara about 1500 years ago, even in remote areas. The monastic community lived in concord until the 8th century, as evidenced by Greek and Coptic graffiti on the walls. They may have farmed and manufactured wine to survive in their remote location. Christianity thrived 500 years after Christ's purported death, demonstrating its historical relevance. The Eye of the Sahara is one of the world's greatest marvels. The Eye of the Sahara is a unique feature built by rock movements over 100 million years, dating back to Pangaea. The structure, like a bullseye rather than an eye, evolved when Pangaea split apart. However, this impressive formation is not visible from the ground. To fully appreciate it, it must be viewed from the sky. Astronauts initially photographed it in the 1960s and used it as a reference point for landing procedures. The gigantic pit was thought to be caused by an asteroid due to its resemblance to an outer space crater. Scientists traced the rocks in the eye back to Pangaea. The formation was formed when the land separated, the Atlantic Ocean flooded in, and magma erupted from beneath the surface. Over time, eruptions and erosion created sediment rings that now resemble a large alien eye in the desert. Scientists believe the Sahara Desert may have been the site of the world's earliest race war. A discovery of 13,000-year-old remains under desert sand. The skeletons were massacred around 11,000 BC. Researchers believe flint weapons were used to kill the individuals. The bones were discovered at Jebel Sahaba Cemetery, one of the first organized burial places. The finding in northern Sudan has resulted in the exhumation of at least 61 bodies. Until now, only small concentrations of bodies had been discovered in the Sahara. This was the first proper cemetery, but it's not the graveyard that's so creepy. It explains how and why all of these people were massacred. Of the 61 persons buried here, 45% were slain by violence. Arrow fragments, weapons parts, and flint-even shards were found embedded in bones. The bones have cut marks from slicing weapons. But what about the racial war? Scientists say the violence was likely caused by an environmental disaster. During the crisis, nomadic people formed small groups to ensure their safety. Overcrowding and discontent among different races led to a conflict between factions, resulting in the brutalization and burial of many people in the desert. There are dragons hiding in the Sahara Desert. This is the closest the Earth has ever seen to dragons. researchers discovered 3 new kinds of flying reptiles that lived 100 million years ago. A multinational team of scientists from the University of Portsmouth uncovered a society of flying reptiles called pterosaurs. These toothed pterosaurs lived in a thriving river habitat during prehistoric times. Fossils of pterosaurs from the Sahara show that they were similar to those found globally. So, what exactly were pterosaurs? They were flying apex predators. They dominated the skies and ate a variety of species. Their spiky fangs allow them to catch prey while flying. Compared to modern birds like condors and albatrosses, they were much larger and more ferocious. If you think seagulls are irritating, picture spending a day at the beach with a car-sized flying reptile that might pull you off your blanket and eat you in midair. A mystery structure under the sand in the Sahara Desert may be a secret pyramid. The structure is located near Saqqara in Egypt's Sahara Desert. Experts believe satellite photographs reveal secret pyramids in remote locations that have never been explored. However, major scientists have not confirmed this story. Using satellite photos to uncover buried structures, such as pyramids, is sometimes rejected as a conspiracy theory. However, the assertion could be partially true. Desert sands may destroy even the strongest constructions. It's possible that the Egyptians built pyramids beyond Giza that have since been covered by sand. A new study has shown something shocking about the Sahara. The focus is on what will be eaten by the world's greatest desert, rather than what is concealed within it. The study was conducted by experts at the University of Maryland and supported by the National Science Foundation. Since 1920, the Sahara has increased by approximately 10%. In just 1 century, the desert has grown by around 10%. The news shows that as summers in Africa become hotter and rainy seasons become shorter, the desert will predominantly migrate southward. But not only the Sahara. Other deserts throughout the world may be growing at comparable rates. What does this indicate for the future? Researchers may have to re-excavate the Giza pyramids and Cairo in 1,000 years if Egypt is buried by sandstorms. While this is an extreme interpretation, it's not impossible. Climate change, whether caused by humans or natural cycles, can lead to increased drought in northern Africa. The desert expands as it becomes more arid. Thank you for watching. What else do you believe is hidden in the Sahara? Please let me know in the comments and subscribe to the channel for more fantastic videos. Bye.